I know you didn't. Oh, okay. Well, Ross is by far a lead.
What's
3
question
points?
2? What I do with the money? Tell me to pay me immediately after the show. Go to the poker room's the answer.
Well, this might be where his advantage goes away, though, because he's not on every episode.
I told myself, should I just pay the poker room directly?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Question number 2, hint. Orlando Predators. On Tuesday's ACT titled Trains, Trans, and Trends, you talked to Jesse Wolf about the magic of Hooters. What did Tom say about a 14-year-old version of him visiting a Hooters?
God. Why can't I remember?
I got nothing. I was sitting right here, and I remember. I remember Jesse Wolf.
We were talking about the first experience you have at Hooters in Florida is your friend's dad takes you.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So then we were talking about going to Hooters, and I remember, like, my friend's dad took me to Hooters.
Rub your temples. That'll help.
I feel like it kickstarts the front of my brain. Which I
You
feel
gotta
is
massage the lobes.
Yeah, it's more important than the back of my brain.
Now, Drew, in terms of a game show, what's better, saying the answer like I did or just saying a bunch of nonsense like Tom?
Both are accepted answers.
I knew you were going to be a talking it out stickler. In game shows, there are a couple of guys.
Well, if you let the Jeopardy contestants talk it out, they probably will get their answer.
Alex, I'd like to buzz in. I know it's a castle in Europe. I'm pretty sure it's Northern Europe, not Italy, but not like somewhere cold like Denmark.
If there's something I knew about Ross is that his absolute worst enemy is talking it out guy. You hate talking it out guy.
You know what's been a trend for me recently? I can't think of anything unless I talk it out. And I'll tell Daniel, I'm like, hey, I'm just talking out loud here. Just bear with me.
We're just two guys talking it out. Two special needs guys trying to use their brains to talk it out. At least you got that. When I stand up, my brain disengages and sometimes I fall over.
Man, I haven't seen Jeopardy in forever. Why is it 4 hours long now? Oh, they let him talk it out.
I mean, it's like a baseball game now. My God.
14-year-old Tom Van going to Hooters.
I'm just guessing he
Orlando Predators was your hint.
Bear suit. He'd wear the bear suit.
No. I didn't even exist when I was 14.
I don't know. I got nothing in my brain right now.
Eating a hot dog off the back of a motorcycle contest.
Perma boner.
The Hooter Predators.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. No,
said,
hold on.
He got it. He was like, he's solving the crime there. He's like, the Hooters Predators. Hold on, I'm connecting the dots.
Cadillac Pat joke.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
He said something like, 14-year-old me, if only he could have seen me, like, doing whatever senseless stunt I did for Brett Bushy in the future.
No. It was something about, like, someone, being a predator against me. And I would like that. I know there's that. There's like
you wanted an old man to show you something in the bathroom.
I want the Michael Jordan squeeze my ass. I'll let Michael Jordan squeeze my ass.
Me too.
Or my son's ass right now.
I'll let anybody squeeze my ass like Michael Jordan. Especially famous people.
If Michael Jordan wanted to squeeze my son's ass, I'd let him.
I wish I was listening.
Ross, you let Michael Jordan squeeze your son's ass,
Would
right?
it be worse if I let Michael Jordan squeeze my daughter's ass just because of the male-female?
Yeah. That's
Would it be weird if I let Alan Jackson squeeze my daughter's ass?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But you can let women squeeze your daughter's ass.
Okay.
All right.
So I can let...
woman.
So I could let supermodel Cindy Crawford squeeze my daughter's ass.
Oh, yeah.
And then run her hands up and down her thighs.
Yeah,
at a NASCAR event.
It is you're going too far now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Do you know the worst part? Do you know the worst part of Michael Jordan doing that? Do you know the worst part of Michael Jordan?
The fact that his hand was as large as that kid's leg.
No, it's the correct answer we're looking for is yellow eyeballs. You get a point. You get a point.
On the
Drew, is this question supposed to take the whole rest of the show?
Yeah, I don't think we're getting
we didn't finish it.
I'm giving you the point, Tom.
Really?
Yeah, because you were right with what the idea of it was. But
something predators. That's where the point.
This is what he said. You understand that a 14-year-old Tom Van, it would not be a crime if you molested me.
Okay, all right.
Hey, that was close.
That's That is at least a half a point.
That was similar.
That's a point.
Yeah, all right.
This is the gist of it. All right, we got a first mini game.
Oh, my
Like I said, these are all going to be themed to you, Ross. Now, there's a hobby you used to do on the show a lot. You used to come in here and show us your Foley work. And we got to hear that. And you were really good at it. So this first mini game is called Foley Committed. What I have here are some different moments of sound effects where you have to create the story with only using noises. You can do them with your mouth, or anything that you have around you. You just can't say any words to bring the story to life. If anyone can guess what you're doing, you get a point, and the person who guesses it gets a point.
Can you mime or act it out, or is it just noises?
Just
only?
noises.
Okay, so that's
So
great
try
for
not to
cameras.
mime it out.
Okay, try not to mime it out.
Try not to mime it out.
Got
Okay,
it.
all right. So you're creating a story that you wrote down
Yep.
with only sound effects, and then if another person guesses it, you win.
Yeah, you get a point, and the person guessing it gets a point.
Okay, all right. All right.
Okay.
And you can make human noises. You just can't do human words.
So
Okay.
you could be like almost like a sim character.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Ross, and you're going to lead it off because
Okay.
you're the pro here.
All right.
All right. So Ross has his slip of paper.
All right.
A lot of work that goes into these game shows. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
the scenes. I don't know if you guys know, but Game Show Drew up all night tearing his marriage apart, standing in front of a dots matrix printer, printing these things out.
All right. I don't have my Foley box with me, so this is just going to be strictly, Police Academy style. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Whoomp.
No miming.
Okay, all right. So I feel like elephant cell phone went off.
Okay, I had elephant cell phone too. Elephant. Okay, elephant takes a call. Elephant cell phone goes off. Michael Jordan pinching an elephant's ass at NASCAR. Michael Jordan squeezing an elephant's ass at NASCAR. Pedophile.
A beehive hanging from a tree falls to the ground around a herd of elephants that begin stampeding.
Okay, all right. Here we are.
Wow.
So not even close.
No points. No points.
Half
Here
credit.
you go, Tom. You're next.
All right.
It's pretty good though. I mean, now that I know what you were.
I love that his
doing.
bees were a phone call to you guys. That's fun.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
Isn't that a sign of the times, right? That is a perfect sign of the times. I mean, Tom's having a tough time reading the. Okay, he's ready to go.
It's hard to talk out sounds.
Yeah, he says that yet can remember everything he said in shows ago. It's hard to talk out sounds, man.
All right, all right.
Japanese porno. Japanese porno. Push it out, Japanese porno.
The ghost from the ring taking a dump.
Yeah, okay. What are you doing? A small bear. The snuggle bear is the snuggle bear is taking a. Okay, snuggle bear at a truck stop. He's too many cheese conies. He's gonna drop it off.
Maybe he's making a martini.
Well, what do we do now, Drew?
No one
That's
got
all-
it. Tell him what it was.
It was.
Oh, he has to read the paper again. Was your memory that bad?
You were just doing it. From your own noises. What was it?
No, I read exactly.
Yeah, sure.
A woman struggling to take a huge dump and finally drops a big deuce.
That's all right. Kind of did it.
It's hard to do a woman.
You
I
threw me
use
off with the
Japanese woman.
Asian. You
Yeah.
used an
No,
Asian
well,
woman.
that's the
Really?
only woman I
Yeah.
can impersonate.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about Tom. The only woman noise he can make is Japanese porno Asian woman. So for
Well,
any
how
prank
did you
call,
do a woman
any
noise?
prank call, I'm like, hey, we used to do this back in the day. I'm
What
like,
other
hey,
woman?
Tom, call Pizza Hut and just pretend to be a woman, and he'd call her, and they'd be like, hello, Pizza Hut. And he'd be like, and I'm like, you're doing the porno again. God damn it.
Yum yum.
Because he can't do any other nationality.
And the reason she was struggling so hard to take a dump was she was texting an elephant.
All right.
That's the text coming
That's
through.
hard.
All right, this is me now. Okay. This is one of the stranger ones you've done.
It gets weirder.
If anybody can do the Foley
Okay.
work,
All right, hold on. This
Dan,
one,
you are allowed to use the board for this, I think. If echo plays into it.
I don't think I need it, though. Okay.
Snake. Snake smoking a bong.
I'm giving it to you.
All right.
Snake drinking a
It
Coors
was
Light.
okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
It was gay snake smoking a bomb.
Sassy.
It was gay snake smoking
Sassy.
a bomb.
Okay, sassy
Not bad.
snake.
Sassy
Okay.
gay snake smoking
Okay,
a bomb. All right.
All right, want to give this one more round?
So who got the first one we did? The guest. Tom got that one, or nobody got?
Nobody got it. That was the first one that someone
That's
got.
the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
All right.
So
So
me and you get a point.
Yep.
all right. So I have 1 point. Tom has 2
Oh,
points.
you get a point for guessing?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have sabotaged yours if I knew that.
And your winner, well, so far, is with 3 points because he's just crushing with memory, is Mr. Ross McCoy.
Oh, another sound effect?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought we were done there, but you just really beating the dead horse here. All right. Okay. Who's for Ross again? Do we go?
Yeah, well, I could do this, but I can't tell you the answer on real radio. I'll let you know that. All right.
Oh, is it a dirty word or something?
No.
Oh, Michael Jordan Simeon. Oh, Tuttle chasing the Lake Eola Swans.
Okay, some sort of goose riding a train.
Running a train on a goose.
Okay, we got to keep it moving.
Okay.
No guesses.
No
Do yours,
guesses.
Tom.
Okay.
Speed round.
Okay, here
Oh,
we go.
speed round. My God.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
An owl ordering at a drive-thru restaurant.
That's good.
An owl singing the national anthem.
You can get close. Okay.
Okay.
No tries.
Nothing.
What was it, Tom?
It's an owl singing Sublime. Practice
Okay.
Santeria.
Hold on. Ross said an owl ordering at a drive-thru. I feel like you get it. I'm gonna give Ross a point.
Wait,
No,
Santeria isn't the national anthem? Is that what you're telling me now? I thought I got that.
All right, hold on. I haven't even looked
The
at mine.
perfect job.
You got this, Dan.
Okay. What? Really, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can't say it. I can't say it.
But do you know what it is?
I do
Send it
know
to
what
me.
it is.
Send it to me.
All right, hold on.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
It's
He got it.
it's an Indian gentleman.
Yes.
And he is. Do it one more time.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
headbutting the buffalo.
Yes. 2 points.
2 points.
Yeah.
I honestly got that was the straw man from Wizard of Oz. I had no clue.
Well, I mean, it was, but I'll let Tom think it was a Middle Eastern man because who would say that?
All right. On to question number 3. Oh, what's the score?
Tom, 3 points. Dan, 2 points, and your leader Ross with 4 points.
All right, Ross, way to go. Question number 3, hint, he wrecked him. Back to Tuesday's ACT, you were talking with John the foodie. He asked Tom, do you still eat protein bars? What was said next?
I don't know.
I remember this moment because
It turns out I don't think you do.
talking it out. When they talk it out, it comes
the
back.
pause there. The pause. Magnifique.
Because you know what? I remember
Oh, it's so good. That
moments in
hurt.
my life based on feelings. And I'm going back to like feeling like I didn't need to say all this. I could have just said yes or no and moved on. But I said a bunch of nonsense that I later look back at, and I was like, why did I, didn't need to go on about protein
I mean, I
bars.
will say with John, since he's not here, that sometimes when he says things to me, I want to say, mind your business. But I don't. I don't say that. It's not mind your business?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Alex, I can't remember who wrote Harry Potter, but I remember feeling that.
Well, you accept how I feel, Alex.
Yes.
We were talking about how like this particular one was chalky. I don't want cereal in my protein bar.
Yeah, we need to keep moving. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Based
so
on the hint, I'm gonna say that you said you don't eat energy bars anymore because of lack of fiber, and it tore apart your backside.
you're using the hints. That's not the answer, though.
I like how now Drew is so bored with his own game, he's chastising us for not using the hints. Did
This
you
is
pick
what
up
was
on that?
said.
A sensitive person would pick up on that. A sensitive person would pick up on the fact that he's like, oh, thankfully somebody's using the hints.
Yeah, but I still get but you're dumb.
What is it?
So he said, Tom, do you still eat protein bars? Dan said, yep, he's sitting on one right now.
See, I laugh
then-
at my own jokes. He's sitting on one right now. That's classic.
And then Tom
Dan.
said, yep, I ate it with my butt.
That's vaudeville Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's a perfect Tom and Dan that was perfectly executed Tom and Dan.
He's really good.
I can't remember the improv. I think that's it.
Well, when we say those things, I'm disconnected from them. I really am.
All right, all
Like
right.
people come up to me all the time. They're like, "Hey man, you remember that thing?" I'm like, "I got nothing for you."
It's funny because once in a while, me and my wife will listen to ACT when we're driving to Tampa to go gamble, and I'll make the same joke again a lot of times. Like I'll hear somebody say something, and I'll be like, "Well, that's funny," and then I'll say it on the radio, and my wife thinks it's hilarious. I'm that predictable.
Yeah. But that's what the people want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We're not working too hard here. Come on.
Yeah.
Kramer comes in, if he doesn't all, say
Sure,
that.
I got a brilliant idea.
If he comes in normal, you're like, ah.
All right.
What
Hint
else you got?
for
Yeah.
question number 4. The hint is strike it. On Wednesday's episode titled The Dollface Band Business, you talked to Tiffany from Salty Sisters about how she stays fit. Then the conversation turned to how Tom is now fit. Finish a line that Tom said. Well, when you work out, you blank. When you work out, you blank.
You eat protein bars with your butt.
Wait, okay, is it a one word?
Well, the clue is strike out.
I asked the questions. You
the
answered
clue
them.
is strike out.
strike it.
Strike it.
Strike it.
Strike it.
Okay.
When you work out, you blank.
Is it as simple? Because the chat
Yeah.
room
See,
saying when you work out, you get fit.
Nope.
No,
not that.
yeah.
I mean,
Because that does sound
I
like
gotta
something
go back in my-
boring you would say. You
I
say
got-
a lot of boring things.
Yeah.
He's like, well, yeah, he'll slow things down. He's
No,
like,
no,
well, is
okay.
that how you feel, or what's the reality of the
I'm-
situation? I'm like, well, reality is boring.
Usually when I'm saying that sentence, it's because I'm eating like my third plate of lasagna, and I'm saying something like, well, when you work out, you get hungry.
All right. So I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of that day,
Yes.
and when
to catch a killer, let's do it. Let's retrace our
when
steps.
Tiffany's here,
Tom, you live in that mindset. It's your mindset. We're asking you something you said.
Can I tell you something?
No, but I'm in a different mindset every day. Around any sort of new people,
He resets his mindset.
It's like you're
It's a
saying,
reset
It's always
mindset.
a different
to
mindset.
get into the frame of mind, I'm going to have to put on Tom's clothes. You're wearing them, Tom.
So when
You're the only person I know that has the Daniel Day-Lewis method act who you really are.
every day.
And then you have to look at all of us and you're like, is the game show going well? Okay, it's going well. I'm okay now.
Yeah, but when Tiffany's here,
It's hard for me to concentrate. She's so beautiful.
Yeah. But and I try to impress her with like the fact that I work out too,
Right.
because I know she works
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I
So
know,
I
I
try
know.
to I try to.
Are you like
work
putting
that
your
in.
hands behind your head or like
He
flexing
does.
your biceps
does.
and stuff?
And you know what I do?
So
I try
sometimes
to.
I'll change my pants in the bathroom with the door open.
He will. He came out with
That's a move.
Lululemon runners on. Like I was like, what are you doing? Butler used to wear capris around here, and Tom wanted to always be the capri. He's
Yeah.
like, you were mad at Butler for being the capri guy. You wanted to be the capri guy.
I also try to make her laugh because that's the way you flirt with women now. The comedy, you make a woman laugh, it's the best flirting.
We show him some sensitivity too, which is my expertise.
Oh, yeah.
I
Can't
act
do
like
that.
I really care.
It's weird because Crystal hates your jokes.
Why not, Ross?
Well, it doesn't work with some old bitches like my wife. Some of them,
And I'm
they
barely-
don't know greatness.
Yeah, I'm barely trying. I was like,
Yeah, I'd give my A game. Look, if I'm Michael Jordan, did you curse? I got it.
Damn it. You guys called it
Ross
in my head.
loves it. Ross loves it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not trying that hard with my wife. I have to turn it on a little bit. Anyway, all right.
I was pinching my wife's booty like Michael Jordan last night. I was like trying to get at it.
When you work out, I got nothing. Damn it.
When you work out, you pose.
Oh, we were all over it.
Yeah,
Wow.
Dan caught you posing.
Yeah.
And you
I
said,
did
well,
get
when
you
you work
posing.
out, you pose.
Yeah, I
yeah,
got you
yeah.
posing all the time.
Uh-huh.
He does that move sometimes where he takes his hands and he goes up and down the V of his body, and I check it. I catch him in there using a Manscaped to get his shaft clean. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing
That's
in there?
important. Adds length.
Yeah, I was like, you don't need to do that before you have a client meeting. You only clean the shaft up a little bit.
Are you still bicking it?
When you put
Oh,
your
yeah,
why
he's
you
bigger,
asking
crazier than ever.
You pick it
If
too.
he
I know
could,
you.
if he
I
could
see it,
remove
man.
the skin, he would, and he'd just be muscles
By
down
the way,
there.
I know when other men bick it. I can tell by the
A big
personality.
man knows another big man. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon
Razor
as I-
sharpens razor.
As soon as they walk in, I'll think this guy bicks.
Yeah, you can see the pubes all over his hands when you guys go to shake hands.
Yeah, when you put your Manscaped down in the drawer, it knocks some
explodes.
pubes off. And
I
then
thought you said it knocks the poop out. And I'm like, well, this is disgusting.
All right, next question.
Next
Drew.
mini game.
Oh, I thought you were still talking it out.
No.
So Ross has got a lot of expertise, and the next one is being a comedian. Being a comedian is something you do really well, and you probably see a lot of people get up on open mic nights, bomb, and you say, yeah, see, it's not that easy. Well, this game is jokes on you. I've written a joke for you, everything but the punchline. So you go ahead and add the punchline. When you say your joke, if anybody laughs, you get a point. Nobody laughs, no points.
Okay, is this like when the New York Times has a caption contest for a comic, and it's like, okay, I know they want the bear to say this, you know?
No.
This is okay. So this is open.
I used to love those, by the way. I used to always think, even as a young boy, I'd read them and I'd be like, I can come up with something funny for that.
All right, Ross, lead us off.
All right. So I give you the prompt and then I finish it.
Yep.
Right. So, McDonald's is rolling out their new ad slogan for the spring, and you won't believe what it is. I'm eating it with my butt.
That's 2 points, baby.
Thank you.
Good job, Ross.
He's good.
All right, hold on. That's 5 for you. Nice job. Oh, wait, I can leave
That'll be your next one.
Okay.
All right, Ross
right.
has 6 points.
Tom, let's go.
I read a woke version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it was a very different ending. Instead of being rescued by a true love kiss, she said, "Ice out."
And now finish it.
What the hell is that?
I thought Bob Sandy had materialized here for a split second.
Well, you added a political one.
I like the.
Ross got the butt. With the butt.
He made it a butt.
He did. He added his own butt.
Well, I
'Cause
tried to
will
work
tell
in the butt, and then I panicked.
I will tell you, mine has butt in it, and mine's hard because mine has a pre-butt.
All right.
Yeah,
I think mine's harder
well,
because mine has a pre-butt.
Yeah, you gave me the hardest one.
I think mine's pretty hard. Let's see here. Okay. No. Okay, you ready? Here's mine. You think being a butt doctor is rough? I met a doctor who specializes in pussies.
All
I
right.
gotta laugh.
Don't laugh at it. No, don't laugh at it. I went for the shock value, and I have to do my own work, and I deserve it. And I deserve it. I deserve the prison I've created.
All right, Ross has got his next joke.
Okay.
All right, it's 6-2 to 3. Ross is killing it. He's just walking away with it.
Barack Obama and Joe Biden walk into a bar. Obama orders a martini, and Biden says, "I should have been a pussy doctor."
Well, Ross has got an advantage because he's a stand-up comedian. What the hell?
He's just running away for a 7 now. 7-2 to 3 now. You want me to go? I got to figure out one.
Tom, do you want to like a game show based around you, like some sort of pose off or something?
Get in your mindset.
Do you have one? I don't have one for mine yet. I'm trying to think of it really fast.
$5, I'll write your jokes for you guys. I'm not below that.
I will. You know what? Can I pass mine to the comedian? Is
Is
that allowed? Because there's no way I'm catching
You
up
can
at
do
this
it.
point.
All right.
No, I'm handing it to Ross because I want to see what he comes up with. Mine are all too dirty, and I don't want to do the work. It's a good one, right? It is a good one.
It is good, but I'm bad with letters. I need to think of some letters, I guess.
I got it. My wife is such a freaking bed. She came to bed. I can't read.
My wife is such a freaking bad. Oh God, where
I
am I?
I needed to come up with my own head. I'm trying to read it. I can't read. She came to bed wearing a strap-on protein bar.
That's good. Yeah, that's great. Oh, no, you got points. You got points.
I liked your I can't read one better, but that's all right.
That's a 2 for 2.
You got points. You got points. It's 5 to 7 to 2. I am doing horrible.
All right, I'm locked into an acronym, so this is just I'm not. This is my okay. Subway is changing what BMT stands for. It used to be bigger, meatier, tastier, but now it's bowel movement, Tom.
Okay, yeah. Tom laughed at it, so you get a point.
Well, no, I laugh because I can't make anybody drowned in sorrow. or if no one laughs, it makes me uncomfortable. So I have to fake laugh.
All right, so based on that round, Ross, taking his lead and kind of surmounting it. 7. Ross, Tom, you have 5, and I have 2. I'm not doing well. Notoriously, though, I've only won this game, I think, one time.
Once or twice?
Maybe once.
You definitely won it once.
Just for the official tote board, the joke that made Tom drown his sorrow was Dan's, really. So.
True. That's true.
Actually, I know you've won it twice because you won one time for the reggae hat, and then one time there's that weird little mask thing that who knows where it's at.
They don't mean anything to
Yeah,
me.
I
You
know.
can move on.
That is from the previous show, so I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, we don't need to reminisce about things that don't matter.
Spend a lot of
You
time
sound like
picking
my
those
wife.
out. A lot of thought in that. All right, next question. Question 5. Hint: 80-20. On Thursday's ACT, Tom talked about Crystal's sudsy buns decor in his bathroom and how she wants to take it down now because it might be weird for the boys to see when they get older. What did Tom say the boys would think about it?
They don't want to see their mom's fur burger up there.
I'm giving you the points.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I'm obsessed with your wife's fur burger. It's on my mind all the time. It's the only reason I can bring that one up.
First he
Come
said,
on.
my mom's burger is hanging out.
Yeah, he said burger.
Yeah, and
He
then
did.
you turned it to fur
And
burger.
I put fur burger on it. 'Cause you don't want to know why? Let's analyze the joke
Come
here.
on.
In my mind,
This is on the radio.
you saying your sons don't want to see their mom's burger is rougher than fur burger for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I needed fur on it because I know your sons and I know your wife, and it made me uncomfortable. Burger
Yeah, yeah.
is too close to
No.
the real burger.
Yeah.
It needed some fur on it.
Sometimes I'm around other adults and like in some sort of school setting,
Yeah.
and then like someone's like, "Hey Tom, I like the show." I'm like, "Oh, don't listen."
Hey, I love the
Get out of there.
Does your wife really have a picture of her?
I'm like, God damn! Like, there's supposed to be no crossover here.
I just think about the burn pest control guy going in there. He's like, oh yeah, fur burger. He's like, Mondo burger. Burgers for life.
All right, here we go. Next question. Moving right along. Hint: what's your sign? On the Friday free show titled "Fart Inward,"
Dan, Bill Engvall.
Dan shared
a
that
Dan.
Mountain Dew's original slogan was, "It'll tickle your innards." What did Tom say next?
I said, no, it'll tickle it with a colon cancer or something.
You said, "It will tickle him so hard you'll get cancer."
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Yeah, that one. It was coming. It was bubbling up because that was a funny joke. Yes, it will tickle him with cancer.
All
That's
right.
the point there. Do you
Game's
want to?
getting-
It's tight. It's Ross has 7 points. Tom has 6 points. I have 4 points, so not as embarrassing.
Hey, all right.
Not as embarrassing.
We're on to our final mini game, and then we'll have a question after the mini game. The last mini game, Ross, you are a man of many talents, and on the show you bring a lot of different characters, kind of like a man of mystery. So this last mini game is called Smell My Mystery. Let me explain how this is going to be played. I have 3 bandanas in here, so our blindfolds. You'll put those on, and then I'm going to put an everyday food item on the end of my string here.
Okay.
And I will just get it close enough to you so you can smell it.
Yeah.
Once everybody gets a sniff, then we'll do 1, 2, 3. You
You could
shout
have
out.
just held the item in front of us.
This is funny.
And
And then
he's right.
1,
Drew,
2, 3.
do you have a wife or girlfriend that looked at you funny and asked you why you were tying a chip clip bag to a bag clip to a stick?
No, she knows what this is. and then 1, 2, 3. You guess it, and if you guess it right, you get the point. There's 3 different items, and these are everyday food items. It's nothing weird or gross. Sound good?
Okay, yeah.
And Drew, I don't need your bandana. I promise to keep my eyes closed. I swear. I'll just close my eyes.
Yeah. I might do that
Drew,
too.
when you're
Because I
at
got
Here's your
headphones on.
bandana.
some
Yeah, I don't need it. I'll close my eyes. I will.
close them?
Yeah.
When you're at some social event with your wife, does she tell her friends like, Drew goes on this local podcast. He does this game.
He stays up late at night and he comes up with these games and he just loves doing it. It's a great outlet for him. It's really good. You know, he's kind of come into his confidence. He always had trouble public speaking. You know, the one time he had to get up there on Daddy-Daughter Day, he pooped his pants. And
Daniel, close your eyes.
Okay. And you want do me first so I can run the show. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like autopilot. It's like a,
Well, I like to change the camera so I can see the
Eyes closed, no
Yeah.
peeking.
Yeah.
All right, so don't say it. Just get a whiff of this.
Dan, how does it feel that Tom thinks that
Smell
your
my
job just runs on
mystery.
autopilot?
All right, you got a whiff of that yet?
No, is it my turn?
No.
Okay, well, what the hell?
All right, Dan, that's your
Drew,
sniff.
you have to tell us because we're blind.
Okay.
Was
I got
Tom just sniffing nothing aggressively?
It
Just
sounds like it's stinking.
I got it. I got it.
I'm like, is it fish?
like a burger in here.
Is it bad breath of fish?
Is that Pringles?
Get in there. There you go.
Sounds like Pringles to me.
All right, no guessing. Just get it in your
Oh,
mouth.
sorry.
Okay, that's a good sniff. All right, here we go, Ross. Oh, I got some.
What if I opened my eyes and it was somebody's burger
Drew's just
right in
naked.
front of me?
All right.
Okay.
All right, a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Pringles.
Processed food.
Rye bread.
It is rye bread. There's a point for Ross.
All right.
Whoa.
All right, next food item.
This is actually my favorite game that Gordon Ramsay does, and I like this.
This is from Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, you're
Yeah.
right.
I didn't know that.
You're right. And
All
this
right.
is this next test is to taste your skill as a chef. One of
Yeah.
the things you need to have is a keen and sharp sense of smell and a sharp sense of taste.
Round 2. Here
One
we
time,
go.
Gordon Ramsay told a guy he had the palate of a sewer rat, and it made me laugh so hard.
Coming to you, Tom.
Okay.
You big fat blueberry.
Don't lick it.
Oh my God! Why are you taking?
Really good.
You're breathing. You're breathing like the murderer.
No, my mystery.
Okay.
How many whips? No, hold on. He can't get 7 whips. It's 2 whips and out.
Okay.
Coming to you.
Me?
Okay, I have to be careful here. I don't want to.
God, everything
Hold on,
smells
where
the
is it?
same.
Your hat, yeah. Don't be touching. Don't give it away.
Everything smells the same.
Your hat, right? It's kind of the bill's keeping it away.
Tom, I've suspected you of having COVID for
Okay.
like the last 5 years.
I got it.
I'm pretty sure.
I got it. I think I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Okay.
Have a good sniffer.
Okay.
All right, count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
OB
Fruit by the foot.
tampon.
Vinegar?
I'm gonna give it to Tom. It was a fruit roll-up.
All right. Yes,
Hold on.
Yes.
That's an OB tampon. Same thing. Same thing.
And now we know everything smells like fruit roll-up to Tom.
All right, last round. Eyes closed. Everything's been carefully sealed. All right, come on over to you, Tom.
We're oddly competitive when we play this game too.
That's right under you.
This is the only time. This is the
Touch my
only time that our show will sound like the Shannon Burke show because of the pregnant pauses.
Hilarious.
All right. It touched my nose. It's wet.
That's
It's
all.
wet.
Oh, it's wet. Is it dog
Yeah.
food? Is it dog
No,
food?
I wouldn't do anything gross.
Is it crab legs?
Dan, do you want to hear my impression of the Shannon Burke show?
Got it?
Yeah.
You good?
Shannon Burke. They're
Got it.
They're live at Leesburg Bike Fest.
Oh, I like that. I know what this one is. I know what this one is. This is.
Well, Drew actually put it in my nose, so I have a slight advantage. Yeah, okay.
That's
Uh-huh.
on this tree.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jack's
Meat
Links.
stick.
What did I hear here?
Jack's Links.
Hot dog.
Meat stick.
Hot dog is the
Oh.
answer.
Yeah, all right.
Wow, you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
Because
it?
it was wet.
That's
That's
all.
it? That's it, yeah,
Good job. Good job. Well, so Tom got a point. Ross got a
I
point.
think I had 2 points. I
Yeah.
got the hot dog and
And
the fruit by the
fruit
foot.
roll.
Yep, and then okay, we got a tie
Tie.
game, 8-8.
His last question.
8-8. I am not a factor. 4 points. Good job.
Jumping right back in. Here we go. Oh shoot.
You're looking for the one that says tiebreaker.
Oh God, where's my gun? Oh God, I lost all my. Hold on, put on this party hat, put these gloves on.
Oh, no, it's right there, Drew. Right there.
This
And
may be your last time coming here. I'm just gonna say.
we couldn't see during that last segment. Did you actually use the stick with the sandwich clip on it? It seems like you would have had to go to each one of us
He
personally.
was using the stick, but it was very soft. It kind of felt like,
Soft touch. And,
yeah, it was
All
a
right.
soft touch stick.
Here we go. Hint. I can't publish this. Back to the free show. Tom was talking to Amy LaCour about how guys can be rough with their wieners. What did Tom say he would do with his wiener?
Oh, Tom.
Yeah.
I would smash it in a book 5 times.
Yeah, smash it in a book 3 times.
He tried it, and he's like, you know what, 2 more would be good.
All right, and
And
then the
that
bonus.
actually is the only question about a book Tom can answer.
There's a bonus
He
on
didn't
the
think books were for reading. He thought they were for flattening your penis.
bonus question from that one. Amy said there were no songs about flat butts. What were the lyrics to Dan's and Tom's flat butt song?
Was I even on this show? I have no recollection of ever appearing on that show.
Can I phone a friend? I got
Tom.
Amy LaCour's phone number.
Go.
Give me that
Bulldog
long,
ass.
No, that long back and that
Bulldog cheeks.
those skinny ass legs. I ain't too hard to beg.
Is that right?
Too hard to
Ain't no shaving these days. You a flabby bulldog ass.
Yeah,
Be
the
shaking
long
like
back, and
Jay.
give me a long
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and
dude.
those small.
Give me that bulldog cheeks, them skinny ass legs.
Yeah, that's yours.
Bulldog cheeks and
Yeah.
skinny ass legs.
No, Bulldog Cheeks was yours, and the Tom's was give me that big old long back, give me that old leg.
Old leg.
I think I won,
we're talking about
right?
only
You did.
Florida women at Florida bars have
right.
the long back
With a
leg.
game like that, we're all winners.
It's with a score of 10-8. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion today, Mr. Thomas.
All right.
All right, Tom.
good.
You're
Tom,
the,
you win a slightly nosed hot dog.
so today you are the king of trivia.
All
You're
right.
the king of the game show. You're going to get the king treatment. So you did see you were looking at my staff earlier.
You get the king treatment. We're going to cut off your head.
You also have a crown as king.
All right.
Wow, look at that. Oh, wow.
This is a Guatemalan staff from the Guatemalan dance team.
All right.
Hold on, let me
And
put the
then-
camera on Tom. So this
do you
is
need
like,
your
so
help?
he's appropriating of some sort, right?
All right.
Oh, yeah, you look like a character from
I was about to make a really inappropriate noise.
You know what you need? You need an iguana on your shoulder right now, and I want to take a Junkanoo photo with you.
All right. And as your crowning moment, we will now sing to you for He's a Jolly Good Fellow.
And Drew, do you want me to do this or
We're
give
both.
it to you? Okay.
And on the third one, or when the Nobody Can Deny.
Okay.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
They're burning my face. All right.
There you go. We did it.
All right.
Sorry. Oh no, is that getting on? I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's all good.
I'll wipe it.
No, don't worry about it. Oh, now you ruined his business, Polo. Oh,
I have
no.
a meeting today.
Your hair was so good earlier too.
Oh.
No, I'll never get that medical marijuana money. This is too ridiculous.
Actually,
for us.
medical marijuana shows up, sees you just like that. That's an instant sign.
That's fine.
I feel like
I'm
Drew
dressed-
really helped you out today.
I'm dressed like the medical marijuana king.
All right, let's get out of here. Hey, Drew, thanks for doing that,
My
buddy.
pleasure. That was super fun.
Nice job, buddy.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, we did it.
All right, that's funny.
Sorry if that is leaving any kind of mess on you.
Don't even worry about it. I didn't even know they still sell silly string.
haven't had this since I was like
I love
8
the smell
years
of
old.
it. I
It's
love the
amazing.
fucking smell of silly string. I love the smell of it. So thanks for doing that, Drew. Good
You
job,
bet.
buddy.
Thanks.
I wish I knew the questions better, but I do not.
You did good.
4. Not that good.
Again, do not spray in face or eyes. If
Where's that
contact
one go,
occurs,
T?
Rinse with water immediately.
Does it say that?
That is
Where am I
Monday
supposed to
1 and
spray
2.
it?
I know, right? Face or eyes. It seems like.
Oh, yes. That's Tuesday. Yep.
Tuesday, sorry.
Yeah, I'm way off today because of the 2, 17, 20.
What was the plan if I won? You're gonna have Tom.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It probably just been me, and I would just shot it up in the air.
He knew the way it was gonna go.
Interesting.
Chat room says thank you, Drew. They're thanking you for doing that.
Yeah? That fun?
Yep. You did good, man. You always do good. Oh, thank you, Ross.
Rarely have fun.
No, we it's true. Normally we're a slave to the prison that we've created.
I've told you guys before when I'm writing up these mini games, I'm like, God, this is so ridiculous. What if they don't want to do it? But you guys are always super cool,
No,
and you
we'll
jump in
always
and you make
do
it fun.
Man, you gotta do it.
It makes for funny Twitch video, and then Melissa grabs them, and then it seems like anybody who is watching, it gets
Thank you for doing that, Ross. 26 mins. Then we got, what was it, the 28? I've got the 2 cursing at 32.
the 28.
The one you said that was accidental.
I didn't get all the way through, but
Okay.
I said fa.
Okay, cool. I just need to know what it is.
Yeah, I said fa.
Okay, cool.
Now you did win. Do you want to keep your crown and Guatemalan staff?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the point of doing it if you're not going to get to keep all the cool shit?
He needed something to throw away later, so that's.
So that's it. If you throw it away, I'll take it back.
Well,
But if
we'll
you
put
guys
it
use
on, we're going to put it on eBay.
Yeah?
Like Jeff House coffee cup.
Yeah, I forgot we did that years and years and years ago.
Yeah, because you could use it again for other props, right?
No.
No?
32
I
mins.
think you'd use it and keep it, but if you think you're like, I'm just going to throw this crap away, I don't want to leave garbage.
Well, we could do that. We could put it in the corner for a.
A little decor?
Yeah. We did that.
Yeah, it does add to.
Hey, man.
Here, put it right here.
Yeah, I think you just put it over there. Good luck with surgery.
Thank
this
you.
weekend, man.
Yeah, it should be fine. It sucks because I feel good now,
Yeah.
and this one hurts, and I know I've got a lot of fucking work to do.
Do you
So.
remember what you had to go through?
Yeah.
Physical therapy?
Like, I think everybody thinks like, well, you've been through it, so you know, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah. You know how shitty it's gonna be.
Yeah, because the first couple days are brutal, but it'll get better.
I'll be sending good thoughts your way, man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks again for doing that, man. Thank you for doing that, dude. And Ross, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. You can just leave it. If it dries, it'll fleck right off.
The wet one came off pretty easy, but
Yeah, it'll come off. It's no big deal.
We'll talk. We're gonna have Ross and another even listener or something.
I said when Ghost came in, that was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's silly string, Tracy. It's no big deal. Ross is just cleaning off silly string.
well, it's wet.
Andrea got me in the eyes one time with silly string when I was laying on that. There's a video of it. And it hurt so fucking bad. Like, it does burn. Like, it got in my eyes, and I'm like, yeah! I was screaming. She didn't mean to do it, but I was like, fuck! Conference call. SJ likes your jacket. Yeah, it's a good jacket. I'm glad you guys liked that. That was fun.
Let's knock out another ACT real quick.
Let's talk about Michael Jordan, known pedophile, and chose this moment to display it on national TV.
The kid's leg is this big. His hand is this big. It's amazing. It's amazing.
He's a big man. Good morning, Eric. What's up, buddy? How are you? Oops, wrong button.
And you're right. The squeezing is one thing, but that little stroke afterwards, when he's like,
The stroke got me. The squeezing I don't care about. And actually all of it I don't care about. But the squeezing or the running the hand up and down, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But then I think
Yes.
like older men that are comfortable with people, they, I guess.
Especially with boys, it's a zero.
Yeah, and for me, my angle on this for jokes was going to be, I'm happy that as of this year, on June 12th, when I turn 50, I am allowed to touch your boys any way I want to. Because that's when you become officially old man. Now, that's a really terrible thing to say, but yeah, I can noogie them, I can give them the wedgies, anything. It's all acceptable because you become an old man, and then people are allowed to pull you aside and be like, "Hey, don't do that." And then you're allowed to be like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about? What do you think I'm gay?" And you do that, and then you alienate that person, never talk to them again.
I usually go belly. Like I'm good for a belly punch or a poke. Or if I see my kids like in the kitchen reaching for
Belly
a high
poke.
shelf, dude, the double armpits will never not make me laugh. You get somebody like a double armpit poke while they're reaching up high, that's fucking awesome.
God, Andrea did one the other day. I was doing something up high, and she did the back of the hand on the tip of the cock. So like, kang!
That's
Like a
awesome.
whip.
Oh, that's a bully.
And I was
So
like, and I
awesome.
was like, yeah! Yeah, it was not good. It was not good.
Cup check. I think we used to call that cup check.
Oh, it
yeah.
is not good. I kicked myself in the because of my titanium hip, the good hip. I have so much more flexibility here. See this? I can go way high.
That's awesome.
Way high.
Yeah.
But if I'm putting on my cycling shoes in a hurry, sometimes I'll wing this up and kick myself in the balls. And then I'm like, I get that feeling where I'm like I'm heavy. Like I'm gonna barf. I hate that feeling.
You know what's worse is,
Hate it.
and I've done this in probably 30 years. You ever knock the breath out of yourself?
Yes.
God, it's the fucking worst. You're laying there like, will I ever be able to breathe again?
I did it was ride that electric skateboard. I crashed it and fell on the ground. I was like, kids don't get that. Kids don't get that enough.
Knocked out of breath anymore?
When you get that as a kid, you it sets you with the universe. You understand your limitations better.
Well,
Like I feel like you're like, oh
that-
shit.
some kids.
Maisie's never done that.
My swing set, my swing in the front of my house fell. The bolt fell out, and the Wizards, Sun Tennessee, hit the ground like full speed, and then knocked off the roots. And then I was like, oh, shit. I'm going to talk about this.
should not be laughing
And then I was like, God. And like the bolt fell off. Like I hadn't checked the bolts in a while. And they
it's just
was
like a
loose.
carnival. It's like a carnival.
Oh, dude.
You go over to his house, you're getting on a scrambler with 3 bolts missing.
And then he was like, TC came over to me. I'm like, don't they? It's fine. Nothing happened.
Don't say anything to me. Go find your dad.
I'm like tightening him back up. Like, goddamn.
You put him in there hand tight. All
I
right.
thank God that wasn't my son's.
You want me to start?
All right, yeah.
I'll bring us back. Here we go. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
So Ross is still hanging out with us.
Silly string is surprisingly flammable. That's crazy. Is that the first fire in the studio?
First fire in the
Yeah.
studio. We
you know,
haven't had a lot of those.
silly string is rarely used anymore because it's nearly impossible to clean up every bit of it, and inevitably you'll get one couple tiny strands that will get rock solid
And they made their way down into your couch.
and infuse to your driveway or some plants or whatever.
Yeah.
And you never get it off.
We definitely at least had one carpet ruined when I was a child from silly string.
Yeah,
it was like some
yeah.
kind of chemical composition where it just melted into it and ruined the whole
yeah.
carpet.
Is the topic silly string? Because I think I can weigh in.
Yeah.
Do you know that because my mom was an educator and silly string, I believe my mom came in contact with silly string before most people did, because you would have used it at like a educational party or something, because she's a librarian. She's always doing parties and stuff. I wasn't allowed to have it. If any kid brought over silly string, get that ass out of get it out, because of the reason you're talking about. My parent, no silly string. You are not allowed to have it.
Yeah.
Don't bring it in this house. And I wanted it so bad. Oh my God. It's the only thing I wanted was silly string. So they let me go. They let me buy it. And then so I was the kid that could buy silly string with my own money, but then I had to spray it in the woods.
Like outside in the woods?
Like a weirdo, like a hillbilly. So I'm out there with no friends spraying pink silly string on a tree in the woods like a weirdo.
Just a real celebration.
And that's sad as F, dude. That's so sad. This little only child, tiny, but looked like a little person out there with a spraying silly string into a tree with no friends in the wilderness.
In the 80s and 90s, it was acceptable to use water balloons and silly string and just leave
Dump a bag of flour on somebody's head.
and just leave the trash behind.
Just an absolute mess.
Yeah, and then you're like, even though it wasn't biodegradable, and you were just like, it'll get smushed into the dirt eventually.
Well, we
but
didn't
you can't
know.
do that
yeah,
nowadays.
it was ignorance, right?
Yeah. Like you can't leave silly string and balloon remnants.
Oh, people do.
Yeah. No, but it's littering. It's the same as if I picked all that up into a trash bag and then just dumped it out onto the floor and then just walked away.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's good that doesn't count with fireworks.
Yeah, it's true. Well, the rule is if you can get it 100 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Scattered into
sorry,
the wind.
no, it's international law.
That's
Once it
God's
gets-
trash at
Yeah,
that
once
point.
It's like
it
a balloon.
Yeah, international waters. It gets up there, and then somebody else claims, and then it's not ours
Yeah,
anymore. Not
correct.
it. It's the great God, not it.
So, a couple things. Have you been watching the Olympics, Ross?
No, because I'm obsessed with this Nancy show, the Nancy Guthrie. Sorry, that was Ross's question. I answered.
You don't know. Well, I mean, there's not any new
I
information.
know.
So what are you watching?
I just sit there and watch, hoping that they'll announce something.
There is a new something like every 30 minutes with that case. That we found some gloves. We got video of the guy
No.
now.
It's not a thing. Are you watching the Olympics?
I've been keeping a little bit abreast of them, but not like I'm not super fan of it.
So a couple things. One, we talked about the ski jumpers on Friday's show. We talked about the penis injection rumor, whatever. And I was like, let me watch ski jumping because
And I do appreciate the listener who gave us an infographic about how that actually really works.
Yeah.
That was helpful.
And now it's all on demand, essentially. Like you go to the Olympics, channel, and each category of the Olympics, you can go to it, and it shows you either it's upcoming or what has already transpired.
Yeah, what's live or what's going on, or they have like abbreviated shows, so they just give you the highlights.
So I'm watching.
As of this morning, the big story was that they're out of condoms at the Olympics.
Yeah,
that was the
yeah,
big
yeah.
Olympic news this
10,000
morning.
which is always
Every year, every 4 years.
some
yeah.
story about them
Sure.
all banging each other, which is
Correct.
like, yes,
Yeah.
we're familiar with
Yep.
young people that are filled with testosterone and the beautiful and also the most fit in the world.
Sharing dorms, basically.
Yeah, they all bang.
Uh-huh.
But I watched
The surprise is that they're using condoms. To
Yeah,
me. That's
yeah.
the real surprise.
the ski jumper and
Well, some of them aren't. So think about
Sure.
the amount of sex they're having. If they blew through
Yeah.
10,000 condoms, then they were at least having 50,000 sexes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I was watching it, and we were talking about like the suits they wear and like the advantage about having them like centimeters bigger or whatever. And those suits were so thick and baggy. I was like, this story's BS. Like the whole story was
not a
never
thing.
something. Like it was all just a media thing that spread around, because most of the ski jumper suits, like they wore on the outside of their skin tight ski suit, and the ski jumping suit was white, but it looked thick as hell, and it had like
There's
was
safety
baggy
things in there, right?
I think so, and it all was baggy enough where I'm like, I understand the theoretically, like, yes, an extra couple centimeters could give you an advantage, but it didn't look like they were so skin tight that would make that big of a difference.
You know, Robert in our chat room says, he's kind of summing up exactly how I feel about this. Robert says, I thought I'd be more into the Olympics than I have been, and that's me. Like, I remember, was it Summer Olympics? Or even the last Winter Olympics, I think, was in China, wasn't it? Or was
Yes.
it Russia?
Yeah.
But anyway, I've always been into it this year for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's just the timing. I think it's the timing. I can't get into it this year. It's not the same.
You know what I think it is the internet and the fact that we're so exposed to the world. Like, everybody is connected to the internet, and we all see a bunch of different cultures at all times, right? And back like in the 80s and 90s, it was like when you were watching it on TV and it was USA versus China, like you didn't know anything about China or any other country or anything.
China.
Or like any other media or anything, you were very in your tiny small town bubble.
You might never have seen a guy from Turkey before.
Yeah. And then
I don't think I have.
So then when you were a kid, it was like, oh yeah, USA versus Russia. And it was like, but now and I think this comes with age, we're all seeing like a bunch of young athletes competing for their country, but you're not looking, and who's villainizing the Russian, or like, I know Russia.
Ukraine.
Or like or another country that you may have as a kid be like, oh, it's us versus them. And now you realize like it's just a 22-year-old athlete. Who cares where they're from? Like, good for them for competing.
I want them all to succeed. Yeah,
like,
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there's a lot less contentiousness.
In like the '88 Olympics, it was like, okay, we got more gold medals than Russia. That proves we're better than them. And there was something to that.
There was some, and now that because of the internet, I think we are all kind of, we're like, oh, we realize like the curtain's been pulled, and we're all like, hey, these are just a bunch of young humans trying to do well at their sport that they have practiced a lot, and we all kind of like don't wish them to.
No, I want them to succeed.
Like, you want the USA to win, right? But it's kind of like watching the NFL, a bunch of like, games that you're like, you just pick a team that you want to win. Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
I agree with you.
I don't think it's as passionate as it was.
Tracy brings up something that I was going to mention. There was I believe it was a Ukrainian bobsled member or luge who had a helmet that had airbrushed art on it that depicted people that had perished within the Ukrainian war.
Yeah.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine. And this guy does not know how to do sneaky things. I mean, this has been done at the Olympics. Like, you think the black guys that put their fist up, giving full black power on the medal podium at the Olympics, do you think that they let anybody know that they were going to do that? You don't let the International Olympic Committee know that you're going to run some bobsled helmet. You keep that helmet hidden. And then literally seconds before you jump and push the bobsled, you pop that thing on and you go, and then you get disqualified. You don't get disqualified. Did he get to? He didn't get to run with it, right?
Do you know what I heard? I heard the guy from the IOC or whoever made the call not to let him race in the helmet
was crying.
I heard their explanation for why they made the decision, and it actually kind of made sense to me. His thing was like, okay, this is the Olympics. Like, before the Olympics, say whatever you want. Like, at a press conference before the event, say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Afterwards, say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Wear whatever you want. Just while you're competing in that one little window, let's just keep it all clean and just about the competition and just about the racing. Before, after, great. Just in that one little slice, we want to keep it completely free of that stuff. And that was their point of view.
Apparently, he did practice with it, so... There you go.
So again, like before the actual race, great. Wear your helmet during the race, forget about it. for the
I'm
moment.
also big on I don't want any of that stuff in there, but but I can understand somebody else
Because-
completely disagreeing and having something like that kind of trample on their life so much to them that they feel like they need to carry that to the Olympics to do
Let's
it.
say you are pro-Ukraine in this situation. You don't want that Russian guy with his helmet, like, screw Ukraine.
We are going to
So
get some
keep it
wild
out.
helmets if you let it in.
If you let it
Yeah.
go,
Yeah. If it's a
everybody's going to have
wild
a helmet.
helmet.
Exactly.
So, did you guys see that Australian speed skater that won the gold, and the only reason he won is because people fell in front of him? Because this is a story I saw last night.
I kind of feel like that's the story of my life.
where this Australian speed skater, like he was, he made the Olympics, but he was not obviously projected to finish.
Now,
in
to
the
be
top
fair,
three.
Australia also sent that breakdancing lady that went viral. So
Okay,
You
well,
know what?
this person
Normally I
won the
would
gold.
overrule that. That is necessary
Yeah.
to the. You know what? Sustain. That's
So,
allowed. That should be in contention. there.
making the Olympics for
Yeah.
Australia doesn't impress me.
That-
That's all
you know
I'm
what?
saying.
I'm glad you brought that
Yeah,
up. Great job. Good job, Ross.
So apparently, like, this happened 3 separate times where, like, even qualifying for the finals, like, someone fell in front of him, and then, like, this is the only reason he qualified. Then during the finals, like, he starts off in the back, and then there's 4 competitors basically, like, competing, and he's essentially coming along the rear, like, had no chance of competing.
Here it is, right here. You can see that.
And everybody falls, and then he just was able to skate to victory.
Okay,
Is he
so-
tying people's shoelaces together?
No, but watch. So the main guy in the turn, there's a
Yeah.
guy going for a move. It looks like the
Yeah.
guy from I don't know. It looks like a Ukrainian guy or something. He's going into the turn to make his pass.
Yeah.
But what happens is he slips and takes out the 2 other guys that are just in the turn.
So now there's a strategy in speed skating, because I saw some TikTok commentary about it. Like, there's a strategy to staying behind certain times. Like, and because if someone gets tripped up, it happens a lot in speed
and
skating.
drafting too.
Right.
Yeah, that you can then win, but now it has to happen in the final lap usually, or whatever. So there's people like saying, well, this is sometimes a strategy or whatever. But regardless of all this, if this is you, how much do you value that gold medal? Do
You value it because you understand that is a possibility in the sport.
Right.
So you can't immediately discount it. And to be there, I feel like you got to be the best, one of the best in Australia, right?
Yes, like, but it's kind of like a slot machine, or like essentially chance is the reason you won the gold.
It's not the only reason.
Not the
though.
only reason, but
not
it
the only
plays a huge part.
Huge
into-
part.
Like, if you're the quarterback of a Super Bowl team that wins by a field goal,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
like, oh, well, I didn't really win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, you're a Super Bowl winner.
Yeah,
Because it's work in.
Yeah.
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 But there is a difference in value of the gold winning it just by being the best and fastest competitor, or
No,
by
I'd
winning by
rather-
chance.
I'd rather win by luck. That's God smiling on you.
You know what I want?
I like that take. I like
Going along with what Ross is saying, I like it. Would you accept if he didn't know he won? That's what you want, right? Crosses the line, looks, what? I did it.
Yeah, it's like when everybody
Because he
else
does look very
falls-
surprised. He does look very surprised when he wins,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is kind of leading a little bit more towards what you're saying, that even in his own mind, he's like, what?
Like, and when he was on the podium, if you could find, like, if you see that video, he's kind of
Yeah,
like
here he is. I got
head
him.
down.
Yeah, I
kind
got
of
him. I got him. Here
Like,
he is. Yeah.
he acknowledges to everybody that he's not fist pumping like, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think he's, you know,
he's humble and
humbled
he's like
about it.
appreciative of
But anyway, like, imagine knowing you have no, like, in your mind going to the Olympics, you're like, hey, I'm gonna compete. This is a cool story or whatever. He's like
Well,
30 years old.
what it
but
does-
it's like, do you come home with a gold randomly?
In a weird way, what it does prove though is there is some strength in staying consistent and not trying so hard that you can make a mistake.
Yeah.
He kept his, like, if you look at it like that, I mean, the silver lining is his circles or
His
his
strategy-
runs
yeah, his
were
strategy.
so consistent that he in no way was he ever gonna, like, he wasn't really gonna go for it because that would, maybe he'd make an error that way.
There's a percentage chance these people do screw up and I win, and then it hit.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but I don't think it happens very often in the Olympics.
If I win like that, I come out to the podium in a pair of slippers. I'm like, look, slippers. Look, slippers. I got like a banana peel on me. I pull it out. I'm like, yeah. I'll go all out.
We, we have not been watching a lot of it. I'll tell you one of the things that I was laughing about is that there's a woman who did the monobob. A Jamaican woman who does. They were doing the whole Jamaican bobsled.
The
team.
skeleton, the one person.
No, this is called the monobob.
Oh, okay.
It's a tiny. It looks fun as hell. It's a tiny one-person
bobsled.
And the reason they invented this was to get more action in bobsled from countries. It's super expensive, and you need like tons of people. It's very specialized.
Yeah.
But if you can narrow it down to one person that only needs a tiny bobsled, then maybe you'll get more countries competing in monobob.
Yeah, okay.
And this lady happens to be from Jamaica. She's very beautiful, big, giant running legs. You know, like she looks like, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm yelling up the stairs to Maisie.
Oh, they
I'm
all
like,
got big bobsled asses.
I love a bobsled ass.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that all women's asses should be bobsled asses. All of them. Big, giant, muscle ass. Anyway, I yell up the stairs. I go, Maisie, come down here. Jamaican bobsled team, this will prove to you beyond any shadow of a doubt that anything is possible. Come on down. You got to see this. You got to see this girl. She's getting pumped up. She's doing the scream. They do this like... They do like a scream to like kind of pump themselves up because they're going to like exert the most amount of human force and then jump into a rocket and go flying down this ice luge, right? So I yell Maisie. She comes down. She starts watching and I'm explaining to her how this is a Caribbean nation, how weird this is, that Jamaica is doing it. I talked about Cool Runnings briefly. Not enough time to get into it because she's about to start the run. I talk about this is a fish out of water scenario, but this lady's proving to her country that she can go out there and compete as competitively and good with everybody else that does monobob. Bam, bam, bam. Boom, there she goes.
Oh, muscle ass.
She's screaming. Boom, and she jumps in. She jumps into her monobob and she takes off and she hits the wall one billion. She's the worst bobsledder I've ever she's like pinballing all the way down, so going up high on the side on one rail. I'm like, don't look, Maisie, don't look. Do not look at this. This is proving nothing. This proves nothing.
Yeah.
These people are not made for bobsled. They need like surfing, beach running.
Who is doing
Scuba.
these things as their hobby? Like, have you ever
A lot of them. The curlers, they all have other jobs. They interviewed them yesterday.
No, yeah.
They're all like, I'm a computer programmer.
The curling makes more sense because it's at like a local RDV style like ice rink, and they have like a curling section and that kind of. But like a bobsled track and like even the skeleton track, like that thing is. I mean, there's so many levels of it and like insanely complicated. Like you have to have a ice luge built and refrigerated, and
There's probably only a couple of places you can train.
Yeah.
Well, I remember as a kid, we'd always go like sledding. You know, there's a big hill up
Yeah.
at the top of town. We'd go sledding, and there'd be scouts there with clipboards all the time. You know, just like
It's such a weird, specialized thing to be into, and I'm like, how many people throughout the year around the world are even doing this thing? Like, it's so specialized.
Well, one of the guys.
I don't know, but I guess. I mean, are we talking hundreds?
You got to reach out to Paul, our buddy Paul Williams. Shout out West End Trading Company.
Yeah, because there's some local person.
Yeah, in
right?
Sanford, there's a guy that he spent some time, I think, in and around the Sanford area. That is Team USA, and I believe he's a bobsled guy, and he is a muscle man. Like he is a big, bearded Sanford, Florida.
Is there some
bobsled man?
Bobsled facility in Florida?
We have an Olympic facility that you and I trained our scuba in, but I don't know if they do any bobsledding there.
I'm just gonna say, based on skiing, skiing's like a rich kid sport.
Yeah.
And I got to figure like bobsledding is like skiing times 100.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like it's way harder to get that bobsled up on the old Subaru than a pair of skis. You know.
Yeah.
And so I figured like rich kids here in America, your more developed countries, and then anywhere else, they probably just like pick the worst guy on the track team. And they're like, all right, now you're our bobsled guy because we know a bobsled guy.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of advantage in
Utah and New York.
Is the only two
East
facilities?
Coast is New York, and West Coast would be Utah area.
Okay, so that's it.
Those are the hubs, they say.
Okay.
Like, good luck finding it anywhere else. I'm sure you've got some that people have built and people have done things.
That explains the Mormon Tabernacle bobsled team.
Yeah, but it's funny because you're asking the question that I'm sure they get a lot. If you go to the International Bobsled and Skeleton Foundation of America, if you go to their website, the first thing on their page is, how do I get started? How do I get into this?
And what does it say?
Each country that participates in the sport of bobsled or skeleton has a national federation that manages sledding sports in their country. So you just have to go and look in your area. So I guess Track selection. Find your nearest track. Okay.
That's so funny. The map is literally 3 places in North America.
Yeah, there's only 3 places in North America, dude. You Whistler. You can go to Whistler, so that's gonna be.
Yeah, where's that at?
That would be in Montana,
Okay.
and then you've got Park City, Utah. Oh, so West Coast has 2, East Coast has Lake Placid. That's it. Nowhere else.
You guys probably don't have a lot of sledding experience, do you?
I did a little bit in Virginia with my grandma on a real metal sled.
Yes. Like an old flyer, whatever, the radio flyer. Yeah,
with the wood.
No.
Yeah.
And the tracks.
I'm only a tube man myself. I'm
I'm an old man. I'm more Charles Dickens than you are.
yeah. I've never even sledded before one time.
Okay, I did a lot of sledding growing up, and the radio flyers were good, but like mid '80s, they came out with what they called UFO style sleds.
Yes.
And these were based on like kids without sleds would just get old aluminum garbage can lids and knock the handle off and sled on those.
Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
This is what Chevy Chase burns a hole in, right?
Those were fun, but like the old school track sled, you lay on that kind of front forwards, and that prow of it, you can turn a little bit. You can pull it right, you can pull it left, but in that UFO sled, that initiated the you're just going wherever the hell it goes phase.
Yeah.
Like there's no controlling it, there's no stopping it, and I got news for you. There's a creek at the bottom of every hill. You better not go in the creek.
Yeah, you can die.
Or you do that launch where you do a half flip.
Babies do it a lot.
It wasn't enough momentum for a full flip. It would have been way better if it was slinging you around because maybe you land back on your feet, but it's only that you just slow
you land
half
like a
flip.
railroad spike.
Yeah. Right on your head.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So speaking of Chevy Chase, did you see his documentary? I watched his documentary.
No.
And
He's a nice guy, right?
I'm watching it, and I did feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's why. Because
I feel like he's lonely, man.
not even no. I don't know. I don't think he feels any of that. I think it's like I looked at it, and really to summarize the whole thing, I was like, sometimes D heads get rich and famous.
So no,
Yeah.
like this is just who he is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, and it's part of his personality. He seems like he's on the spectrum of some sort. Too.
Well, that's what I feel sorry for. He feels tortured, like when he's like.
But he's not. I don't think the people like that. They don't have that
It
feeling.
doesn't get into him.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so he's just a very and he's using comedy to divert stuff because he
deflect, sure.
And then he's never. You can never tell if he's even serious or joking, but he's very probably narcissistic too. And then also like he'll just say his opinion, kind of like anybody with like on the spectrum will just be like, man, you're not that smart. And then, just telling you that to your face but he's not even doing it because he wants to like be a D-head to you. He's just telling you that's how he feels at that point. He doesn't have any filter. Yeah. So then, and you just watch it. You're like, oh yeah, this just on the spectrum D-head, and he got super rich and famous at a time, and he's like, making all the decisions, whatever's good for him, and like that's it. And then and everybody's like, oh my god, this guy's an a-hole. And it's like, yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
It's
some
fine,
people
though.
are a-holes.
But it's
Yeah.
fine. It's, I don't think he's doing it. I don't think his intentions are to screw people over. I think he more cares about himself more than anything. Anyway, it's just
He can.
This is what
he is
happens when
allowed
a-
to be a selfish a-hole.
Yeah,
He's allowed to be
yeah.
that.
He's not specifically he's not doing Puff Daddy, a-hole to anybody specifically.
Well,
he's
he's
a-hole words and emotions.
Well,
like
that's our fault because
No.
what we created in our brains with Fletch and with Christmas Vacation, I did it with Caddyshack.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't really exist.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's a
is the
character.
guy, and I've done this in relationships too. Not to throw a little bit of like real talk in here, but like I'm good about that because I can. It's like you fall in love with, and for lack of a better term, I think
character.
people have fallen in love with Chevy Chase from Vacation when he plugs in the lights and
Yes.
it works, and you're like, oh, I look at his smile and I can feel that. I know what that feels like, but that's not that guy. That's not reality.
Yeah,
It's never been that guy. He can give you that. It's
Yes.
not real.
And then when you watch it, it's kind of like America. Everybody wanted Chevy Chase's character,
Yeah.
and then they see this on the spectrum D-head guy,
And it makes us sad.
And then you're like, oh, but what about It's like,
Yeah.
no, we all did this. This guy, he's went through his career. He made his decisions of what he wanted to do. He was on Community. He was a D-head to everybody. Like no one liked him.
Like we don't
But it's
want the wet bandits or one of them. We don't want one of the wet bandits to get arrested for soliciting a prostitute.
that got dropped too.
It
and
did,
no
but
one
the
ever,
damage is done, right? We don't want that to happen. In fact, whoever said, hey, I got a good one, I got a juicy one here, Norm from the Wet Bandits, soliciting why'd you do that? Did that help? No, I would make an argument. Did you help that guy? No. Did you help those of us that like Home Alone and like, I'm blanking on the gentleman's name now, the actor.
Not Joe Pesci,
No,
the other one.
the other one.
Yeah.
That
The
we all
tall,
love.
skinny
He's
guy.
beloved.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
beloved.
yeah. Been in a million things.
Did you help society? We need good stuff right now. We need some good stuff. Why, Daniel Stern? Thank you. Why do that? You don't need to leave the man alone. He's like, we don't even need to talk about that. Leave him alone.
You know who's on a big kick right now about like what we're doing to our society through social media is Tom Green, and he's on this big kick about like the only way
The author of The Moose is on My Butt?
yes.
It's my bum is on the rail.
I'm sorry.
is,
I'm sorry.
Well, no, he did the mooses on my butt
okay.
as well. I just like I think that was a secondary
Yeah.
song.
Okay, I will tell you two people that I would have never saw coming.
Yeah.
That if you would have told young Tom Van
Yeah.
at the age of 19, like, hey, there's two older men that you'll listen to, and you're like, yeah, that's a good point.
I know what you're gonna say.
And then it's gonna be Steve-O and Tom Green.
Yeah.
You're like, what? No,
Yeah.
you would never believe it.
And Tom Green's turn to being like what he says is usually pretty decent information started with his testicular cancer scare when he was facing death.
But
I think that guy changed. He like tightened up.
Like when you see him now, he lives on a ranch, and he's like he has a bunch of animals, and he's kind of like lives this like off the radar lifestyle. He still puts it on social media, but he was talking about it was like when the only way you get clicks is because of the algorithm awards fighting, it awards misinformation and comments, it awards the more people you have fighting in your comments, the better. The more adversity
It's
you
rewarding
have.
the bad. It's rewarding bad characteristics.
So, that leans you into politics. It leans you into the stuff that people fight about, right? So, that's what we see the most of is fighting on the internet. And then that's and our whole vision towards what society is skewed because of that. And he's like, if we just put, pictures of my donkey and like, hanging out like just nonsense.
Boring stuff?
Well, of course it's boring.
Oh my God, this picture of Tom Green's donkey is going to go viral on the internet.
Now let me help you.
Idiot.
Can I help you? How about
I know, Ross. I know.
How about a photo of Michael Jordan pinching a donkey's ass? Tom Green's ass. Tom Green's donkey's ass.
Tom Green in some Canadian field complaining about how a picture of his donkey won't get hot on the internet. You idiot. He blocked me on Twitter.
Oh, you
I
have
forgot you were warring with Tom.
No, I'm not in war with him at all. He's just a million years ago on Twitter, he made a Twitter post that was, I can't even remember the movie, but he said something like, Paul Blart Mall Cop, what a piece of cinematic filth or something like that. Really went in on some movie? And I just replied, dude, you made Freddie Got Fingered, and blocked.
That is a good point you made, though.
Yes.
That doesn't deserve to get blocked.
No.
But you
I
should
didn't
have
hate
saw it
that
coming,
movie.
right?
I mean,
hate
you got to think.
Yeah. If probably like me making fun of cheesy radio bits,
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Daily list. Like,
Yeah. If you came in here and started complaining about somebody's arena football halftime bit, I would be like, Tom, you built a cardboard rocket in the middle of the Kia Center.
you
Come
had
on.
to have known that someone's gonna say this.
Absolutely, you donkey picturing idiot.
Thanks for calling, Tom and Dan. Who's
Is
this?
this Tom Green?
Hello.
No.
Well, okay. We try.
So,
This is Tom's bookie.
Hey, when you call, I'm gonna try and pick it up. I try to do it. I try to do it.
So when do the Winter Olympics end? It's like this coming weekend, right?
I have
It's
one
only
more
on
Chevy
2
Chase
weeks?
take. It was
Oh,
not too
yeah.
late.
I think we have 2 more weeks.
I like Chevy Chase because he is the one that puts. He disproves the theory that men can age gracefully.
Oh,
Because he was like so handsome. In Fletch, He's
Yeah.
like
He's a good-looking
he's a
dude.
great with the little chin dimple.
Yeah, my
And-
mom thought he was like funny and super attractive.
And by the time Community rolls out around, he looks like a dumpling made out of silly putty. He looks
Yeah.
so gross.
Well, the
He's in
white
his-
hair.
He's in his 80s now, right? Or-
no.
Why do people
think
grow
he's
their
older.
Why do people grow their hair out white? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It makes you look terrible.
Yeah, but and then you saw like a couple bad decisions. Like remember that he hosted that late night TV show called Chevy,
Yes.
and it was like
I had high hopes for that because I was a
Right.
fan.
Yeah,
and that
me too.
was, and I lost him like after he. You know what? Where he lost me on that was when he wasn't willing to take that gracefully. Like you needed to be able to let it fail, and you needed to let it like because you're going to fail, especially when you're as big as he is, and he needed to let it like fail and then just kind of make fun of it.
but
he doesn't. He's not
and
humble.
He's not that
No,
guy.
no, that's
He's
it.
not
But
that
but
guy.
again, he was never that guy. And then when you watch it, you're like, oh, okay, like he's acting like his personality,
Correct.
which is a D-head.
His real person.
You
You're
don't
right.
want to hang out with this guy. Like that's fine. You know, like I don't. He had created this art. We just appreciate his art? Like, yeah, no one wants to work with him. Like, all right, like they didn't involve him into the SNL 50-year anniversary, and because he's a D-head and no one likes him.
Also,
and it's
he
like,
got-
okay, whatever.
And one more thing we don't really talk
Fine.
about, though, and Ross knows, I think, a decent amount of his history because you know kind of where he's been.
yeah, it's Saturday Night Live.
He went to the highest level.
Oh, yeah.
And in some weird ways, he did things for comedy that had never been done for comedy. So I feel like there's a crown that he was given that almost like kind of it gave him like he's really cocky about it, I think.
Yeah.
Even to this day, because he was doing things that had never been done before, making money, making movies and making comedy movies at a time when comedies didn't make money. They
Yeah.
just didn't, and
Well,
he was doing it.
Also, he didn't because he was on the cusp, borderline of not even making SNL, and I think even back then as a D-head, and
Probably.
but he never. He's the one. He's the only cast member at the original cast that didn't sign a contract with Lorne Michaels, and that's why he immediately got famous and then went straight to movies.
Started making movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
okay.
everybody else is locked in, and so he was like, "Nope,
Interesting.
I'm out of here."
Yeah, and they all resented it. They
Yeah,
talk
of
about
course,
it.
and
they
then
talk about it.
yeah, but it's like this guy, you know, they came to him with some agent. It's like, hey, let's go make movies. We could sell the hell out of this, and he's like, all right, bye bye.
And not only did
no
they
loyalty,
make movies,
you know, he's a
they
D-head.
made good movies. It'd be one thing to say,
Yeah.
hey, I'm
No,
going to go up and
iconic-
make movies. When he made Fletch and Fletch Lives, like those movies are like, I can remember my mom and dad like you don't even understand. Like my dad going to Box Office Video, renting it, them setting aside an entire evening special dinner because we have a new Chevy Chase movie.
And
on
by,
VHS.
by the way, anybody that goes to one of those special screenings of Christmas Vacation,
I kind of want to go to that.
and then they wheel Chevy Chase out, and then he just bumbles along,
I wanna do it.
like rambling about some nonsense because he doesn't know where he's at. You are a sicko. You're a sick person. What the hell? Does it make you awkward? What the hell?
You know, my wife went to one of those recently.
it was in
where-
Orlando, like not that long ago.
Well, it's different. They're changing those type of like engagements that you have with people. Like my wife went to one with an author. I forget the who the author was. I forget. It may
Carl Hyacin. I'm just guessing.
No. It's the guy that does he's obsessed with Nantucket, and he's obsessed with lighthouses. And,
Stephen King?
No, but anyway, so she went to it, and do you know that because things have gotten weird with people asking questions and stuff, a lot of these things now they don't do questions anymore.
Oh, really?
That's starting to dry up.
Interesting.
Yeah, where it's like a presentation.
yeah.
Like the author will go and then they'll like just talk to you about what's happening, and then there's like a moderator that will like ask things, but they don't let you go rogue anymore.
No,
because
yeah.
they don't want you asking about Palestine. They don't want you throwing any.
Yeah.
Did you see Michael Jordan grabbing that kid's ass? They don't want any of that because people are
Yeah.
wild, right?
'Cause
So
it-
they just control it now. But
Yeah.
here's the thing.
And they can kind of they hit the reps like a stand-up show where it's like all of them start molding into the same thing, and then it becomes more comfortable for the people.
But here's what the trend is. And I read an article about this too. People don't want that. People they want the question thing, but we're not like publishers.
yeah, they're taking that off the table.
Yeah, they're taking it off the table. But so in turn, the audience sizes for these type of engagements is going down.
Yeah.
Because they're pulling back.
They're not giving you what you want.
They're not giving
Yeah.
you that interactive
Yeah.
aspect. And what I was sitting there thinking about it one day, and I'm like, you want the ability to say some of the things you say online in public, right? And you take that away, and then people don't want to do it. Well, I want to be able to say my hot take.
Well, because a
Don't
live
take away my hot take.
everybody goes to a live show, and there's a small amount of who knows what could happen, and that's why it's the value of a live show,
It's
right?
the energy.
If,
Sure.
if it's a movie, then you're like, oh, they already know. You're like, there's nothing going to be surprising.
No,
like
I'm with
any live, and then if you start pulling all that back, then you're like, Chevy. I came here because I was hoping that Chevy Chase would say the N-word or something crazy. I want to see him do something crazy.
There's a large segment of the populace, and I've seen this in person, who will watch a comedian who you've seen on TV go up, bomb for 45 minutes, like horrible set. Nobody enjoyed it. But afterwards, everybody lines up and says, hey, great set. It's so nice to meet you. They just more than anything want to meet somebody famous, get a picture with somebody famous. And the guy I'm thinking of, you guys are just reminding me of this. It's such a crazy story. Is a guy mentioned in the Epstein emails that I've worked with. I told you this story before.
And by the way, how are we supposed to know anytime we see all these memes like this guy was mentioned in the Epstein email?
Right.
And then I'm like, okay,
well, what was he mentioned for?
Right.
But
That's
also,
what I always ask.
But
Yeah.
I was like, will this require me to somehow read 10,000 words to find out if this is true, or do I just keep scrolling?
This could be wrong, but the one that got me
It's
was
like Tony Hawk.
Katie Couric.
Oh.
Katie Couric is in the Epstein files. Do you want to know why?
They said Tony Hawk was in there. I
No,
was
he
like,
is. Do you want to know why Katie Couric's in
What?
there? Because she shared a lasagna recipe.
Yeah.
That's the meme. So, is that true? I don't have time to look that up. I don't have time. I don't have time to look up whether or not she's either a pedophile or she shared a lasagna recipe. It's one of the two.
It could not be both.
It could. You know what? You're right.
It could
You're
be.
right. It could be.
Pedophiles like lasagna.
They
Everybody
do.
likes
Everybody.
lasagna.
Garfield was a pedophile. Known pedophile.
Why are we so obsessed with pedophiles?
I don't know. Tom and I were talking about that today. It is the hot button
What
word.
is it?
Right under
It's
it,
so
Nazi.
weird.
Nazi's another one. Nazi pedophile. Don't get me started.
Things that ruin children are very important.
No,
it's bad.
but
Lead in the water,
Well, no,
pedophiles.
we are
and,
obsessed with it.
What Tom's talking about is how when I
Everything
woke up
is
this
bad.
morning, I opened Threads and everybody's like, "Well, obviously Michael Jordan is a pedophile." And everybody's like, "No,
right.
Everything is everybody. Everybody's in the Epstein. Everybody.
yeah, everyone's a
like-
pedophile. Everyone's
I
a
don't
Nazi.
think that's-
Everybody's Epstein."
So it's like can't be that.
Have you guys ever personally met somebody in the Epstein emails? though? That's what I'm saying. I've met a guy.
Okay, so
that's
back to-
in
okay,
the
who is
Epstein.
it?
So I've told you guys this story before, where I opened for Bobby Slayton in Cocoa Beach,
Oh my God! Yeah.
and
Yes.
So remind me who Bobby Slayton is again.
Bobby Slayton, they call him the pit bull of comedy. In the 80s and early 90s, he was on everything. He was he's a stand-up comic. I think probably his
He
most
made Tiffany cry.
in studio. I could see it. I
he
could
made
definitely
Tiffany
see it.
cry in studio. I think that's a memory coming back to me.
And if you guys don't remember, I think I've told you this story before, but I worked with him, and he was in Cocoa Beach working on 5 minutes for the Tonight Show. And he's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna do 5 minutes for the Tonight Show. It's gonna be like TV clean. I'm just working on it, and then I'll do a regular Bobby Slayton show." And he did his 5 minutes, and then the regular Bobby Slayton show, the longest short of it was there was a kid in the front row, and he called him the F word for gays for 45 minutes. And the audience kind of liked it for about 15, and then it went on for 45, and they were very much not on board with it.
Oh man!
And then, but at the
how
end,
young of a kid?
he must have been 16 years old. He was there with his
Okay,
parents.
goddamn.
And-
I think I know this story.
And it was me and Finnerty were.
So why was he calling him that? As just
he,
like,
just that night, he looked at the kid. He's like, "You look like that," and he kept calling it. He kept saying every 5 minutes. He go, and then this little guy right here,
this
you
little
know.
guy.
okay, yeah.
But it, me, Sean, and Finnerty were working this show, and we were driving back afterwards. He still reminds me about this joke. I go, I guess we know why they call him the pit bull of comedy. He attacks children. But I emailed Finnerty this week because one of the Epstein letter leaks is Bobby Slayton emails Jeffrey Epstein something about let's go get a slate, or he's going to be in Florida and he wants to come visit him. That's one of the emails. And then another one of the emails is
Looking for a gay 16-year-old.
Jeffrey Epstein emails an assistant of his to get Bobby Slayton a New York pizza and deliver it to his apartment and get a receipt for it or something like that. And to all the, quote unquote conspiracy theorists right now, any mention of pizza in the Epstein emails is a reference to
Underage women.
Correct. or
Underage
whatever.
girls are cheese
Okay.
pizza. Underage boys are pepperoni pizza. Took me a minute to figure that one out.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you don't want to know what sausage is. You don't want to know.
So the minute I saw Bobby Slayton was in the Epstein emails, I got on the phone with Sean Finnegan. I was like, "You're never gonna believe it."
Yeah. Well, I'll give you one. Every day when I come here and I take my morning constitution at T&D Media Studios, I look on the wall and there's a big signature and photo of John Reap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. What happened with Reap again?
Okay, now John Reap, I believe he was called the Carolina Reaper, John Reap.
Is he the
From
give me the
Hickory.
Hemi guy?
Give me the Hemi
He's
guy.
the Hemi
Yeah.
guy.
He got popped last year for
I just happened to look this up last night because there was a Reddit thread about people who were on Kill Tony and got arrested, and John Reap was arrested on like 2 counts of basically child pornography. I
Yeah.
forget what the official
Yeah,
charge
it
of it was,
is
but it broke down to he had like, and it was 2 different charges. So he had like a severe category of child pornography and a very, very, very severe category of child pornography.
How did these people get caught?
Anonymous tipster in that case. Again, I just read this last night because
So are they on like some sort of forums and then like because the internet is constantly trying to catch pedophiles too.
you figure that's how they
right?
get it, but if
your
he,
computer got any kid porn in it.
you got to figure
That's
somebody
me doing the Hemi voice, but with kid porn. I don't know if you knew that.
Hilarious.
That's me, yeah.
Some lady's like dusting John Reap's, laptop or whatever, and hits the space bar, and it pops up, and she's like, "Holy cow! I got to call the FBI about this guy."
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's what anonymous tipster says to me. I
You
think.
left a room with child porn on?
Never leave the room. Never leave the room when you got your browsers
mean,
open.
You didn't
Yeah.
exit out?
You close your browser.
My
You
God.
left up an email where you called your producer the biggest idiot you'd
That
ever
was
met
me.
in your
No,
life.
that was me.
Okay, what are you guys?
That was me, and I had it up here on this main screen for my main
I always
computer.
X out everything. Paranoid.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
We wish him well. Or we
Do
don't.
we? Yeah,
because
aren't
he's-
you saying
if
that,
he's
I
into, I don't know, because he's into that. I don't wish you well, sir. You're not welcome here.
So, but just like anything, we hear all these stories and we do no research. We just move on with our lives. It's too, there's, if
Well, that's
we-
what people did this morning. They wake up, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
Michael Jones is a pedophile. Okay.
we are so inundated with everything that we just are getting our eyes bombarded with all this information, and then we just are forced to move on, and then now all this stuff lives in our head of like half truths,
And then we have to process it subconsciously, right?
Yeah,
Which
like-
I think is a waste
God,
of
when is it
energy.
gonna be
Like,
done?
Imagine, this sounds like hippie talk, but imagine if you could go about your day sitting at your desk without having your brain subconsciously in the background process the digital stuff that was shot
Yeah,
into your
there's
eyes
no
all
reason.
morning.
Like, I can't believe you guys haven't asked me, was John Reap the worst criminal who's ever been on Kill Tony? And the answer is no.
Okay,
Oh.
Some guy who was on Kill Tony like 2 weeks later murdered his girlfriend, who also was Drew Carey's ex-girlfriend. That's a really big one. And then
Oh, my God.
you scroll down a little bit more, there's David Jolly.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
don't bring it up?
Timeshares. It's just timeshares.
No, he poses as a real estate agent, and
That was a
way,
misunderstanding.
way
Yeah,
It was
lower
just a
category.
simple misunderstanding.
Way lower category, but he did make the Reddit thread, so I just
He
wanted to
should.
shout out.
He
I just
should
wanted
be
to
an
shout out
honorable mention, David Jolly.
I mean, if you dug deep enough, we'd all be
yeah.
arrested for
Oh,
something,
yeah.
I guess. I mean, even running a stop sign,
I like how you.
to what end here?
I like how you tried to come up with a real soft one for you, running a stop sign.
He went with stop sign.
You didn't come up with whatever real thing you were thinking when you said that. You came up with
Well,
a
that's the first clue. You never give up the first clue. They're like, what? Now that I think about it,
yeah.
he shouldn't have told me to invest in that.
It's a bad idea. All right, should we get out of here? Anything to plug before we get out of here?
No, but I will mention that sometimes you can do crime by accident. And
What'd you do? Would you steal a bag of dog food again? This guy was the king, Casimir King of dog food.
Crime by Accident is my favorite NoFX album, by the way.
Every time this guy went to Publix, free bag of dog food. He's like, I just keep forgetting. Like,
You leave it on the
you're
bottom.
stealing.
You don't see it. It's not my problem. All
It's
right.
burgundy. It kind of blends.
Yeah, yeah.
Purina 1 is burgundy. It blends in with the asphalt.
There are lots of crimes that you don't even know sometimes that you're committing. I'm just saying.
Oh, like butt sex, right? Like
That's illegal.
when you live in a state, they're like,
Florida.
whoa,
Right.
did you have butt sex with your wife? And
Right.
I'm like, maybe. Who's asking? They pull you over for that now in Florida.
The mayor of Georgia's asking.
They pull you like whoop whoop. You pulled over like, did you have sex with your butt sex with your wife last night? I'm like, no, not that I know. That's not what it says here, sir.
Yeah.
But need you to
How
step
do they
out of the
find
vehicle.
out?
I'm gonna need you to take a breathalyzer, smell it for your blood on your breath.
All right. We will see
Check
you.
out the Orlando Talk Show
Oh,
with me,
yes.
Ross McCoy. If you're looking for a back episode, go check out the one with David Jolly the day after he got out of jail.
All right.
What?
All right,
You've
just
been hiding that?
Dude,
Oh, that's
It
fantastic.
was such a good episode. And you know what he talked about mainly was like how in jail all he did was listen to the radio and like you guys on the radio and stuff. He was like all he wanted to talk about was like Orlando radio nonsense on that episode. It's pretty funny.
Love me some David Jolly. Love me some Orlando Talk Show. Go check it out, like and subscribe.
Also, we'll have some stories over on the BDM show, which we always do on Mondays,
Yep.
and you can subscribe by going to tomanddan.com.
And that is a private broadcast for only BDMs. Like we do that live, but we don't do it live for everybody. We only do it live for BDM listeners. So you can find out more about becoming a BDM at tomanddan.com/registration.
Yep, it's right there on the side. We're doing a BDM Appreciation Week event only for BDMs, you and a guest if you are a member, and we're selling a $5 shirt that only BDMs can be involved in. That's happening at the mid-March
One
time.
phrase. Russian unicycle dog show. True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Lots of fun things for the BDM
We
party.
already stroked the check for that. We already booked it.
All right, we will see you tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, guys. I will
Now we're just going to do the
this.
BDM show.
Were there any cursing in that one? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think that one had cursing, no.
Well, the cursing I got.
On that segment, no.
Okay. In the second one. Great. Beautiful.
Hey, what day is the BDM thing?
April 11th.
April 11th. Do you get?
4,
I'll ask you after you.
44. Kill all of that. 44 men's. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to shut this down. Breaking news. Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny, has shared plans to welcome twins via a surrogate. Well, I mean, he certainly has the way and the means to do it. He's got the money. So good for them. I think that'll be fine. And it'll give her something to, she owns a gym too. She owns a boxing gym. And Bunny, Jelly Roll's wife, she owns like a boxing gym, has a very successful podcast.
Jelly Roll's married? What?
Well, I think it's a weird,
like a my wifey type of situation.
open relationship.
Sure, okay.
Where she's gonna have kids. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know, when you are married to a guy like